Now, hello there. Diary entry for the 26th of November 2015. Well, it's alright today. Bit more news to tell, which you will know in due course. But it was a wonderful sleep I had, like I said, thanks to my sister's wonderful work of the bed. Again, lovely, probably due to the fact I have it now a duvet and duvet covers, etc. Although with a few weird dreams, nothing too major to report. So I had an ongoing disappointment and worry with such weather. Now, the day started off when I woke up around 12ish because I had to get the box slightly empty for Fair City, which is around 3 p.m. because I don't seem to be taping the original broadcast version at 8 p.m. the previous day anymore. I don't know why. But anyway, I looked at a few documentaries. Then I headed on off to Such Weather to hand in my MRY certification form, which I explained last Tuesday. They call it the first cert. So I went up to desk 29, but looks my new home, because I have been going there for quite a long time, or quite a few times, sorry. So I told the guy of my case. He noted more or so. He noted or more so. I let him know of the form was half empty, and he said to him, I said to him, I can't complete the form completely, as I don't have a job. He said, well, you should have filled this form out. So he asked me for my PPS number, and he told me that my payment has been suspended. Now whether he meant the rent allowance, which I already knew, or if the actual big fatty, the job seeker's allowance, which is worth €188, itself was suspended. So I asked if I could speak to a member of the A team who's most ignorant, not in the right job methinks, let alone the right partner or whatever, as my mother would say all the time. He probably did not marry the wife. He probably married the wrong wife, something like that. Or the wrong woman, that's the one. He obviously didn't marry the right woman, that's the one. Like he kept moving and moving every time I attempt to ask him anything. He'd keep going like this, moving away. He'd have my phone that I gave him, and like he just kept moving away. So no, he didn't have a clue what I was talking about. So I rang my sis and I asked her to put me on speaker, so I won't have to repeat myself to my parents like. It was kind of cool though, putting myself on conference call, because I've seen this many times. So when I came back to reality or seriality, I came back, did more recording on TV, then shortly afterwards, my sis called down with mom, and I had a brief chat with mom. My sis told me that I'd be getting a bit of help with cash. Now I understood that was today, but my sis since corrected me saying that the two have yet to discuss it, both my mom and dad, because they're married, and as I've yet to pay for my rent, but that hasn't been paid yet. Or as I say, so as part of my anxiety or whatever, I had a wonderful bite of the sleep, which I've described the previous time. Or like I said, I wanted to cry, but I just couldn't. So I had to go in my sleep. He most definitely will not be worn outside. I hear you all in the evidence, So I then left my sis back to her place. Mom, in the meantime, had told me that while in my place, and while I was getting my sis a cup of tea, that my pops will be dropping down the cash to me tomorrow. While get this at her home, will be dropping down the cash to me tomorrow. While get this, my sis at. Oh yes, what I'm trying to say here is, while my sis is in her place, like sleeping away or whatever it is she's doing, she gets up at that hour, and my mom at her weekly gallery, i.e., no women to help me or whatever. I said to her, under no circumstance will I accept money from dad on his own, let alone what, anything. I continued to repeat this throughout the night. Coincidentally with the whole thing. Like, my mom, she goes to her weekly gallery, which is the National Gallery of Ireland, of art, obviously, National Art Gallery, what the thing is called, of Ireland, on Clare Street or wherever it is she goes into. And my sister should be sleeping or looking TV or whatever, doing her own business. That's my point. At home, and I'd be down here, my place here. This is just off my head, that maybe he calls me to the car. Then we have the serious discussion. Why don't you cancel Westwood? Or he might say, promise me you cancel Westwood, which I later learned now that cannot be done because you have to wait a year to have elapsed before the cancellation can occur completely. I don't know why, but that's their policy. So Moore came back to Daddy. So I said to myself, no, under no circumstance that's ever going to happen. Maybe if it was Saturday and the four of us would be there in the same room, you go to X, Y, Z. Okay. But then I said to myself, why bother going through that hassle? Just leave it out altogether. Just don't bother with money at all. With them, and that's my point being, don't accept any cash helping hand at all. Because I expect to get my cash back on Tuesday. Considering it's the double payment for the Christmas bonus. Well, I don't know why I said double. I meant we get 3/4 of our bonus back, as I actually described in my budget 2016 special back in October. So that means I get 180, which is the rate, the standard rate, the basic rate, plus €141 extra. That's 3/4 or 75% of 188, which equals 349, I think, or something like that. But that's assuming I get my 188 basic rate with me, right? However, and obviously I hope to God I get my rent allowance back as well. But anyway, my point being is, if I get that, the minimum wage back, alright, and my rent allowance back, I don't go to your mom or dad for money at all, right? Now, as regards for this week's rent, which has yet to be paid, you may recall me there were €80. Well, I actually got €150 from my pops for whatever reason. I don't understand the reason exactly, but he just gave it to me, alright? So I spent €50 on food, takeout, etc. for myself and my sis over the week, or I think on Tuesday was, right? So that's glad. And I had €100 left. So I can put €80 towards that to my other fella. Towards the bills, in the bank. So I said that's cool. That'd be fabulous, And then €20 for myself, which is what I need, like tea. What else do I need? Coffee, Tyler rolls, tea, coffee, Tyler rolls. Oh, sugar. God, I'll be adding sugar to the list now. And own bread. They said there you go. So, but I'm not sure now exactly. Only time will tell. Tuesday the 1st of December. Also the World AIDS Day. Also the day that my dad starts the decorations. Well, in the recent years he's been doing so. Also the day I start my decorations. Also the day I go down to the doctor's fella, to hand in my second certificate, and I'll be doing that every single Tuesday, etc. So, yeah, Tuesday's gonna be a very busy day, but more importantly, will I get the cash? Big question mark. Only time will tell. So, he'd make me okay, Yep. So that's the best I can do, and that's all I can say. So maybe it wasn't as bad as the 24th, which is a half hour long, but yep. Today wasn't too bad. It's okay. Still didn't have my anxiety, but hey, what can you do? So I'll speak to y'all soon tomorrow, the 27th of November. Alright? Ciao, Bell. Or is that hello, I think? Well, whatever. Ready, fellas. brothers and sisters.